Hello, and my name is Kumar. I am the outgoing chapter director of BNI Admirals, Coimbatore, India. What I have here is a small video that explains the setup and use of an Excel tool that we had put together that helps monitor and guide a member performance week on week. This tool has helped us get to 100% green out of a 78 member chapter. So I'm going to go through the steps. First step is the download of the Excel tool. You go to this link, and that link will have the latest Excel template. Basically, an Excel template is what is used, and then we have data that gets imported from these two reports of the BNI Connect website. So that is what gets used. So what I have done, I have this page opened up here, and this is the Excel file that is out there. You can download this file, and then I have this file opened up here. Now we have to collect data for this file, right? So I go to BNI Connect. I'm logged into BNI Connect. I have to, and then I click on the chapter tab on the left hand side. That's a menu on the left hand side, and then under that there is a bunch of options here. So I can go and click on summary columns report, which takes me to a date range for this setup. Let's go look at this spreadsheet a little bit. If you look at this spreadsheet, M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, M6, these are all the monthly report sheets. So we have to load the monthly data to the sheet. And then W1, W2, W3, W4, W5 are the weekly sheets here. And then this sheet is nothing but premium information. So we select all the data and put it in. Download the so basically what to do. In this current situation, today is October, first week of October. So the M1 spreadsheet up. Small error message will pop up. Say yes, open it. I'm going to select the sheet and do control. Now we have got second month up. So I go select May. May will be the last Tuesday of May, which is 26th of May, and then beginning of May will be actually beginning of end of the last Tuesday of April. So Control C for copying, and I come here, click and do a Control V. Now we got the data for the second month. So as you populate all these months, the data on the dashboard will get populated. Slowly it will get populated. So let's go do the following month, so the third month. So I'm going to come back here and close that. I'm going to going back here, so we need to select, we've done March, sorry, April and May. So I'll just select June. The last day of June is the 30th, so I select that, last Tuesday of the month. And then for the May month, the last Tuesday was the 26th. So for our logical month, the 27th is the start date, and it goes until 30th of June. So again, I run this report, and then I'm going to open it. Same message pops up. Say yes and click and say Control C there. Come back to our month 3 and do a Control V. So I'm recommend saving this spreadsheet. So we have to select month 4 now. So I'm going to go back, close this spreadsheet quickly, and then go back to the dashboard. Now we need to select the month of July, right? We got June done. So I'm going to go back here, select the month of July. July, last Tuesday of the month of July is for the 28th, and the month of July, I think the first Wednesday had fallen right on the first of the month. So I say go and get this report. It's very simple. As you know, once you get used to it, it will be very easy to understand and do. So I say yes here. Highlight that corner right there. Click on it and then do a Control C. Come back to the spreadsheet, do a Control V. Boom, right there. Right there. So we are going to the month. So I'm going to close this off. Go back to the spreadsheet. So the first month will be the month of August, right? So I go in, I select August. Actually, for the month of August, the last Tuesday was the 25th, and then in July we have to start from 29th. This is the logical month of August for our counts. So if you follow the thumb rule, I would recommend following the same thing so that it is consistent across the board. So, and then I open it, comes back in here, so I click on here, Control C, and then I come back to the template and then do a Control V. Boom, right there. So I close this over and say no, and we have month 5. So the month 6 would be the last month, so month of September. So I go in here, and the month of September 29th is the day, and then August we have 26th through 29th of September. So I click go, and then I click on the report pops up, export without headers. I open that report again, come here, click on it, do a Control C, come back into this report and say Control V. So we have done we have pulled the data for all the 6 months here. Now let's go do the weekly one. So since we have, if you're at the end of the month, you stop right here. But if you want to do week 1, for example, for Admirals, they've already crossed the first Tuesday of the month. So we will run a weekly report for Admirals. So I'm going to close this, go back here, and the week actually starts from 30th of September, right? So I'm going to do a quick September. Now we are in October, right? October 5th on until October, actually October 6th is a Tuesday. So I'm going to run a weekly report, September 30th through October 6th. So that's the first week of the month. So I'm going to dump that report also. I'm going to open that up and then say yes, doing the data. So that's the weekly data for week 1. So now we have brought data for the past 6 months plus this month's weekly report. So if you want to look at the current status of different members, let's go back to the dashboard. Boom, right here. Here is the data that we want. So as we know, we take the last 5 months and then the current month. So this dashboard shows data in terms of their traffic light performance as if this is the last week of the month. So in other words, if you look at this person, if this person does not do anything for the whole of this month, they will be at 85. But you have X number of weeks to get this person to a 70. So you have, if you take Admirals, we have 3 more weeks to take Admirals, this person 65 to a 70. So if you look at this data, let's go through this spreadsheet, and one more information that you need to fill is right here. So number of meetings to go this month. See, we have 4 weeks in this month, 4 meetings for this month of October. So I should say how many more meetings to go. I should set it to 3. So within the 3 meetings, because the calculations here depend on how many meetings to go. Let's say if you have a new member, they may not be calculated on 26 weeks for the whole 1 year or 6 month period. They'll be calculated based on how many weeks they were in BNI and what are the criteria that they are being measured against. For example, 0.7, the decimals 0.75, I think that's the number of visitors. And if you look at the referrals, 1.1 referral per week. So that is the measuring scale. So if you come back here, so this is the, so if I want to look at this data, I'll go through these columns with you so that you can have a better understanding on how to use it. So I'm going to just so if a member has been late for a meeting, this score will be adjusted. This score will be different. They'll lose points. If you look at this member, by the way, he is the current chapter director, and he has given 37 referrals in the past 6 months. So in the past 6 months, this person has done 37 referrals. Referrals this month, so last week alone, he has given 3 referrals. Okay, so he is making progress. He is involved in the system. So the yet to give referrals column is nothing but if a member falls short of meeting the referrals expectations of 1.1 per week, then we will have a positive number here. But if the member has given more referrals than the expectation, then this would be a negative number. In this case, he has given 12 referrals more than what we have set as a standard for BNI for the traffic lights. If you look at the referral TL score, that is how much they scored in that area for this month. Okay, so how many to go to the next level column? So this person does not have he's not behind, so he's okay right now. So if you go down in this person, if you look at this person, he has to give 2 referrals. Mr. Senthil CS, he is the guy, he has to give 2 referrals to get the full score of 20. So he's already in green. But if you're looking at baby steps, if you're looking at motivating people to take the little step at a time, we can say, hey Senthil, can you just give 2 referrals to somebody? If you can pick up 2 referrals, you'll be able to go up a notch on your traffic light scores. Then it will interest that person to say, okay, what are the referrals possible? Then they go look out for those referrals. We have followed up with a member via SMS. There is a way to do SMS in this tool, or you can make phone calls and give them an update. We at Admirals, we have shared this sheet. We have printed this sheet and shared it with the member so that they can see how much they have to do in each one of these to go to the next level. So if you look at the visitor side, so this person has brought 32 visitors the past 5 months. Okay, so this time he has not brought, in this month, that is 1 week that we have had since the beginning of October, he has not brought a visitor. But yet to bring visitors. When we measure him against our standards or expectations, he has brought 15 more visitors than it is needed. So his referral score would be at 20, which is the maximum score possible. He doesn't have any expectation. But if you look at this member, Kunal, so he has, if he brings 4 more visitors, he would have a better score on his traffic lights. So he is currently at 70. So even if Kunal has not don't do anything for this whole month, he will be at a 70 score. So that is where we are, when you go into this, and I'll come back to the overall tracking of people who are falling behind. I'll talk about it. So if you look at the testimonials, so we expect 2 testimonials in a period of 6 months. So if you go look at this person has done 4 testimonials so far. Awesome. So this month he has not given any testimonials. Testimonial score, so out of 10 he scored the 10 points. So there is no need to do additional testimonials, or unless there is really a reason for appreciating. We shouldn't say no need, but for the scoring aspect he doesn't have to do it. But certainly we encourage members, anytime we hear people say yes, he has done a good job, we recommend them to give a testimonial. So again, the training aspect, the training attended till date. So coming to this point, I have not uploaded the training data. So I'm going to go to this sheet, and then this sheet it's like it says past 5 months till date. So I'm going to go back to this dashboard here to our BNI Connect, and I'm going to go down to the member training report right here. I'm going to set a date range of, so last 5 months would be September, August, July, June and May. So it starts from May. So I go actually for the training part, I would recommend going from the first day of the calendar month until the current date, so which is today's October the 9th. So I'm going to select October 9 and click go. This also have to be done once a week to get the data. So once you do all the monthlies and start doing the weeklies, until the end of the month there is no need to do the monthlies again. The past months and the current data will be all sitting in the weekly sheets that we upload every week. So every week we just have to bring one data sheet for the one data sheet for the training, replace the training data, and then one summary POMS report. So I'm going to go ahead, place that here, paste that here, and then come back to the dashboard. Boom, right here. So I have this person has attended 4 training in the past 5 months and 1 week, and his score on the member on the training is full score. So I go down here. If you take this person, he has scored an 80 and he has done only 1 training in the past 5 months. So we have to nudge this person, say, hey, why don't you attend a training? There's some interesting trainings coming up. So that's data to persuade the members. And then the next point is the one-to-ones done in the past 5 months. So this is the one-to-ones done in the past 5 months. Since this was a changeover month, there's less number of one-to-ones, but how many one-to-ones a member has done this month? This column will show that. So when you're talking to a member, it's a way to do it. This column has a message that says, good progress, keep going. Depending on the chapter's one-to-one targets, you can adjust this message accordingly and kind of give that message to the person to the member. Thank you for close business. For the 5 months, this person has given 43 lakhs of rupees, and then this month progress, it doesn't show it. Let me see why this is not showing up. Okay, actually that will show up the progress, show the progress in the interest of this video and the time. That will actually show the progress made this month, week to week to week. If you look at this in this column, get to give column again talks about how much this member should look for as a target and work on. So if you look at this person, he has already given 25 lakhs more than they expected. But if you look at this person has to give 11 lakhs 56,963 rupees to, to get a full score. But if he gives 4 lakhs 26,000 worth of business to somebody, he's going to get 5 points in it. So again, when these numbers, go down and they are lower, then it's easy for us to say, hey, if you give about 50,000 rupees of business, it'll be better, you'll look better on the traffic light. So little data here and there popping it on their head will help them kind of follow it through. So if you look at our chapter as of this current state, so we have people, we have this many people who are yet to be worked at. So we have 2 people. Actually, the visitor part, you don't need to worry about that. So we don't have to actually include that. So we have 1 person who has to work on getting 10 points this month to get to make the chapter 100% green again. Because of the work that we have constantly done, that we did, our performance have grown gradually. So now we are not on a hot seat. So every member has to, work gradually. So the top scores are more in our chapter. If you look at the hundreds and 95s, there'll be a bunch of people who are hundreds and 95s in the chapter. And the insight, let's take this person. Hey, you are at 95, and if you go to one more training, you'll be 100. It'll immediately help them say, wow, it'll be nice to be 100. So that's the kind of approach that we follow. So I hope this spreadsheet, this video had helped you. So if you click on the filter again and then file, do a preview, it'll give you a nice view of the data that you can just print and give to every member, or just you can use this for updating follow-ups. In the heading, so if you go in here, I'm going to go into the insert, header and footer. I would recommend you put the name of the chapter right here of your chapter. So I'm going to say Admirals, and then the date and time of that will get saved. So and then I'm going to say and then I'm going to go back to view, and then say normal view. I get to the same page. So that is it. So this is the data that we have looked at week on week. We just have to do this. If we go into the next week, we have to get the data, run a report for the week, and fill it, populate it here, and you get the current data for your chapter. So and that brings us to the next part of this. So we have downloaded this template, and then downloaded the reports, these 2 reports, and loaded it for every month. So first time setup, you download the summary POMS report for the past 6 months, and then you download the weekly reports till the current date, and then the member training report first of the first month backward until the last date of the current month. And then the reporting points, we looked at what are the things to look at. People basically all you have to do is go in here and highlight this row, and then say data, and then filter, and then you select, you want to look at people who have scored 60s, 70s, and 75s. Boom, right here you got the data. So these are the people that you can kind of talk to, or say, okay, hey, how are things going? Work a little bit this month. Give some referrals, give some testimonials. Take part in one-to-ones, and kind of nudge them to get the chapter to the next level. Basically, we do all this because we want them to give business, or we want them to give referrals and keep that momentum going. So that is why we called it baby steps, and that is how we were able to get to this stage where we are 100%. So weekly update, again, like I said, go to the week W1, W3. Some months have 5 weeks, so we have W1 to W5. So when you go to the next month, make sure you clear all the data, or download another fresh Excel template and start off. So it's hardly 5-10 minutes of work for every month when you do this. So I would recommend that. So if you feel any difficulty running this, downloading this report, using it, feel free to call our number. The software team at Innova Software and Hardware Solutions is always there to help you out. And I thank the MBA students at KV Institute of Management. It's a business school. It's nationally ranked, for their time in working these formulas and getting things together, and then the software team to putting it online, and then making this happen. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening, and I wish you all the very best, and I hope all the chapters go green 100%. Thank you. And this is Kumar, the outgoing chapter director, April to September, BNI Admirals, Coimbatore, India. Thank you.